Hello everybody. Today, these flies over here, they bite. We're going to be showing you how to read your own engine light. So if your check engine light turns on, I'm going to show you how to be able to pull that code before you go to your mechanic. I know you can always go to AutoZone and they'll print out the codes for you for free. But this is more like if you want to make sure, you do it on your own. Little shade tree mechanics that are beginning. I'm a shade tree mechanic, but so the things you're going to need this. You're going to need a code reader. I started this already and the video cut out on me. You're going to want to write down your year of the car, 96 F-150. We got a 4.9 liter engine, 250,000 miles. You don't have to write this, but I do. And then we're going to sketch that out because I started doing this video earlier and it cut off on me. And you're going to need a little cheap code reader. This code reader cost me 25 bucks on Marketplace. And it's an OBD2 code reader. You find these on Marketplace very cheap. Like I said, that one was 25 bucks. And then you're going to want to put your key in the ignition. Don't do anything with that. Just put your key in the ignition. You're going to look for this plug. This is your code reader plug, obviously, OBD2. And this goes plugged into that. We're not going to do that yet. I'm going to let you know where this is. Usually it's going to be under your steering wheel, under there on your cars. In this old truck, it's in a weird spot. It's on the passenger side. But it's going to be under your dash, most likely on the driver's side. So at this point, before you do anything, key is in the ignition. I'm going to show you guys how to write your codes down that you pull out from the code reader and look them up in Google and see if it's a serious situation where you cannot drive your car any longer. It's a risk to the engine. Or if you can just wait a few more weeks while you get your money right and you can fix your vehicle. So like I said, you're going to put your key in the ignition, locate the plug. After you do that, have your piece of paper ready to write down your codes. Grab your plug. You're going to plug this in first. So I believe this guy is like this. And then your code scanner should turn on. And then you're going to turn your key on to the on position without starting your engine. Just so you turn on your dash lights. So it's on the on position. The code reader is ready to read. You're going to go to right there, OBD2. And you're going to press a green button. It's going to scan your computer right now. It's scanning. It's very easy to do this, guys. Very easy. Okay. Now, if you see, it says here, I don't want to erase nothing. Okay, so you're going to have a screen like this. It's going to say read codes. Obviously that's highlighted already. We're going to press the green button. You're going to read stored codes or pending codes, but let's just go to stored codes. It's communicating with your computer, your car computer right now. And I'm just going to put in that I have a Ford, because this is a Ford truck. And you can see it says Buick, Cadillac, Chevrolet. And if you go down, it'll say Kia, Toyota, and all that other stuff. I have a Ford. We're going to hit the green button. So right here it says I have 4. This is number 1 code out of 4 of them. So this is P1443. That's number 1. I'm going to write that down. Let's go to the second code. And all I did was hit the down button. The second code is P0136. P0136. O2 sensor circuit bank 1. Let's go down to read the third code. O2 sensor heater bank sensor number 2. So that's a second bank. Let's write that code down. PO. There goes that freaking plane again. PO141. Oh, shut up. And let's hit down again and see what the fourth one is. Exhaust gas recirculation flow insufficient. Okay, let's write that down. PO401. So we have 4. Now, I'm not worried about these codes because on my truck, this is just a repeated code. These are codes that were stored codes. So let's, for example, this is very important so you can show your mechanic. Now, the way you take care of this, is go to Google, you type in your vehicle, 1996, F-150, whatever you have, Kia 2007, whatever it is, Chevy Cavalier, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to want to put your engine size, or actually you could just put in your year, the model, and type in the code, and it's going to tell you what each of these codes are. You're going to see a forum, people talk about them. You're going to find out if you can drive with this on, if you can still drive it with that, if you can still drive it with that, if you can't drive it with this. But most of the time, these codes right here, I can tell you they're all related. One thing is setting all these codes off, and most likely it's going to be an oxygen sensor. Either my first bank or second bank. And that's how easy it is. You know, when you go to Google and you start to put in these codes, you'll see a forum of people talking and actually telling you what the fix is. And that way you know if it's serious, or you know what, you'll see on there people saying, oh, you can get away with it for a little bit, or no, major engine detonation can happen, do not drive. And that way you know, okay, I have to go to the mechanic shop and get this taken care of. You can also find out through Google or any search engine. You can Siri, or what's the other one? I forget what the other one is. And just find out how long or how much it'll cost to repair, to turn that code off. So what codes are errors happening in your sensor, in some of your sensors on your engine. When one sensor goes bad, it's a code. It turns it into one of these. It turns it into one of those. And, you know, obviously, it's one sensor can make 3 or 4 codes chase it. So it doesn't necessarily mean I have 4 bad sensors. It just means one sensor is causing these other ones to not operate correctly. So it's kind of like if you have a cold and your nose is running, that's one symptom. And what happens when your nose runs? Oh, your throat's sore. Oh, and then you got the fever, and then everything else comes from you caught a cold. Now you got the fever. You don't feel well. Same thing with your vehicle. So I hope that helps. And it's not as scary as you think. You know, a $25 code reader, and you can start diagnosing your own things. I wouldn't go ahead and wrench on your vehicle unless you have some experience in the diagnostic area. If you're brave, you can Google these things, and you can probably change a throttle position sensor on your own. They're relatively easy. Inform yourself. But the check engine light doesn't always mean that your car needs to be parked. It needs to go to the shop. Don't run it. sometimes the check engine light can come on for something as simple as an oxygen sensor. And I've been driving this thing a year already with a bad oxygen sensor. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm not saying that's going to be in your case, but just so you can orientate yourself on how to just buy a code reader, plug it in to your vehicle, and turn this ignition switch on, and you can pull your own codes and then cross-reference them through Google. I think I've repeated myself too many times already, but easy, very easy to do, and I recommend you guys give it a try. Let me know in the comments if you need any help. I'll be glad to help you.